There seems to be an issue with introducing significant male characters to a storyline about mostly female characters. It seems like the males are either completely emasculated and only there to be an irritant and need to be constantly put in their place in humiliating fashion by the female protagonists. I'm looking at you, Tails. Or they swoop in to save the female protagonists when they get in over their heads a la Tuxedo Mask. Basically, we're never shown the female and male protagonists on the same level. Frankly, the root of this problem is laziness on the part of the writers and directors, and a rather insulting notion that girls don't want to see boys and girls working together as equals. Why am I talking about this? Because My Little Pony sidestepped the issue by not having male characters aside from Danny and Spike, who are really minor characters that typically did not impact the story too much. However, in 1987, Hasbro introduced us to the first male ponies, and they would have to make an episode with them. That meant that the issue My Little Pony had been avoiding would be met head-on. How would they handle the introduction of male ponies to the group? How would My Little Pony be as a mixed-gender show? How could the powers that be think David Wise was the best writer to answer these questions? Welcome to Somnambula, better known as Big Brother Pony episode. If Flight to Cloud Castle was controversial, Somnambula was downright scandalous. Why? Well, sit back and enjoy the show. Part 1 opens with the ponies preparing to welcome back the Big Brother ponies. We quickly get into a song led by Truly about how the Big Brothers are returning after racing for a year and how awesome they are. Though a year's a long time for something to happen, as Paradise and Posey point out.
You're speaking of the Big Brothers. They'll be here all right. And they'll be on time.
Ugh, Dave, what have you done to the ponies? Buns, in the meantime, is using her mouth to swing a hammer when she has telekinesis magic. She's nailing balloons to the wall, but Surprise ambushes her, so she just nails the balloons. Buns responds by making Surprise swing the hammer with her mouth to replace them, but they're interrupted by mysterious music. The music is coming from a wagon a hooded woman is having play to get the ponies' attention. She then gets out a canary and orders her to sing, but the canary named Curie begs not to. The woman insists with her taser hand, and Curie starts singing. The singing hypnotizes the ponies, and they start zombie walking away. Spike isn't affected, but he can't do anything to the ponies to stop them either, so all the adults are entranced except Truly.
You hear something? I surely do. I hear the sound of you all not playing.
Well, I guess you need a brain to be hypnotized. The other ponies arrive at the wagon, and the woman who was looking and sounding ancient suddenly looks and sounds like a young woman. Paradise says that they think they heard a circus, and the woman summons one to take them to it. In the meantime, the Big Brother ponies are racing towards Paradise's estate. I could make horse race jokes here, but I'm feeling like being opinionated more than satirical right now. I don't like the Big Brothers. Stereotype doesn't begin to describe these flat and paper-thin characters. The worst part is the constant metaphors based on their symbols.
Down in 5 yards to go, steamer. We're almost home.
And the irritatingly horrible delivery of these metaphors. Remember what I said about lazy writing? It's like knowing that they would only be in one episode. The people writing the show didn't even bother to develop any kind of real character for the Big Brothers. We instead get badly delivered metaphors. Also, Hasbro, why all Earth ponies? Actually, we do get a little bit of character development as we learn Slugger has a thing for buttons. They arrive at the abandoned Paradise estate and figure that the mares are lying and wait to surprise them. Well, they're eventually surprised by Truly and the babies. They explain that the others heard music from a circus and left. However, it didn't affect Spike or the baby ponies. The Big Brother ponies head out to look for the mares. Speaking of the mares, Somnambula has shackled some of the ponies and comments that she can now make her illusions real, and then makes dream attractions tailor-made to the ponies. The Big Brother ponies decide to bed down for the night even though Slugger wants to push on. While the ponies are enjoying themselves, Somnambula, the woman, orders Curie to sing more. Curie refuses, but Somnambula makes her cage crushingly tiny to force her. She starts singing, and Truly apparently remembered that she does have a brain somewhere as she's brought under her spell. Spike and the babies try to stop her, but she gets away. The Big Brother ponies aren't immune either as they follow Truly in a trance. Fortunately, they pass through a snow-covered pass so Spike and the baby ponies can drop a massive snowball on them to snap them out of it. They figure the singing is what's causing this as Slugger's entranced once again follows Truly to a massive door. The others can't stop Truly, but they get to Slugger in time. The big brothers figure they have to go through the door, but the door decides to be unwelcoming to set up the cliffhanger. Part 2 opens with everyone at the door of doom. The big brothers tell Spike and the babies to stay away while they open the door and head in. They see Truly heading in a manner and apparently not noticing them. She also looks a bit unkempt. Lickety Split doesn't look or sound so well as she races out for more ice cream either. They find Heartthrob only she thinks that she's Salome. They take off her veil to reveal that she looks ancient. Great, this has turned into Metal Gear Solid 4.
I want to be alone.
After getting some more kids show body horror out of Gingerbread, the big brothers figure all the mares must be like this. They need to get them out of there, but the ground opens up in front of them and their wildest dreams come out. Most of them are ready to have some fun, but Slugger and Quarterback, who's called Score in this episode for some reason, pull them away throughout the song. Sonambula takes issue with them refusing her toys and forces Kiri to hypnotize them into playing. She then takes her leave, giving Kiri a chance to knock over her cage and escape. She gets out and ends up flying into Spike and the baby ponies. She tells them that Somnambula has the adults to drain them of their youth for herself. Baby Lofty asks if she can snap them out of the trance. However, Kiri wants to put as much distance between Somnambula and herself as possible. But after some begging, she capitulates. They head in and Kiri uses a remix of her song to snap everyone out of it. However, Buttons and the other unicorns are nowhere to be seen. Somnambula then makes her presence known and puts the circus into attack mode. Quarterback takes Slugger, force being Kiri down the trapdoor Somnambula came out of while the others run interference. While the three underground try to break in, the attractions try to take out the ponies.
Hey! Watch where you going!
That's both funny and disturbing at the same time. Quarterback is able to get Slugger motivated by saying Buttons could be on the other side and he bucks it down. Sure enough, the unicorns are in there and shackled around a crystal drawing their power into it. Somnambula then shows up and captures the four and muzzles Kiri to keep her from breaking the trance. However, Rock is no match for the power of love as Slugger breaks loose and goes for the crystal. I am a stallion! The crystal breaks and Somnambula reverts to an old hag. Her illusions disappear as she escapes and the ponies become young again. Slugger and Buttons come out rubbing noses and everyone heads home to close out the episode. Let me say this to start out the follow-up. There is nothing objectively wrong with this episode. The plot was well executed and the sequence of events was sensible. How the ponies were captured and held was also presented in a very plausible manner. However, this episode fails to effectively show how My Little Pony could work as a show with males as well as females as main protagonists. While I am willing to defend Flight to Cloud Castle from some of the fire it's come under, I think all the criticisms leveled against Somnambula are justified. This episode is a love letter to chauvinism and a total disservice to the female characters we have been with for the past 60 episodes. The problem is the very premise. The mares are rendered damsels in distress so that the big brothers can come and save them. The big brothers are also shown to be superior to the mares, as Slugger and Quarterback can resist Somnambula's attractions and easily get the others in line, but even the stronger-willed and more untrusting mares like Wind Whistler, Magic Star, Shady, Twilight, Locket, Gusty, and Buttons can't. I'm not asking for the mares to be absolutely superior here, I'm just asking for a sense of parity between the genders. And frankly, why couldn't we have had a story where the big brothers and mares had to work together? I guess they wanted to make the big brothers look good since this was essentially an ad for them, but making them look good by making the mares who have triumphed over one disaster after another completely helpless is the wrong way to go about it. But what can you expect when you have David Wise doing the writing? Yeah, he's a great writer, but he goes with gender relations like ammonia goes with bleach. This episode gets a rating of take it or leave it. Again, there's nothing objectively wrong with the episode aside from the stupid dialogue coming out of the Big Brother ponies. And if you have no problems with what I've stated above, yeah, it's a pretty good episode in terms of the writing. However, as a firm believer in gender equality in media, I have to say that it does an unforgivable disservice to the mares and fails utterly in showing how My Little Pony could have worked as a mixed gender show.
Gotta get out! Gotta get out! I am